Hey friend, got an audition tomorrow? Book a role with a very verbose character? Well, today I'm sharing with you my favorite memorization technique. Hi, I'm Kate Glasheen. I'm a voice and dialect coach with a passion for health and wellness. You can learn more about me at kateglasheen.com, and if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe below. Let's get started. My favorite way to memorize a script breaks down into 4 key points. First, you need a space to walk. You can do this outside or pace back and forth inside, or you can even do it on a staircase, which I've done before, and let me tell you, it's quite a workout. Second, you're going to speak your piece by breaking each word into its component syllables, and you're going to speak each syllable on a monotone, on the exact same pitch. So if my line were, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate," then it would sound a lot like this. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. I know that sounded a little weird, but trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. So if step 2 has you breaking your piece into syllables, step 3 has you walking with 1 syllable per step. Since you can't see my whole body, I'm going to demonstrate by really doing marching arms, if you will, so it'll look and sound like this. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Now, before we go on to step 4, there's a reason for all of that. Breaking the words into syllables and speaking them on a single pitch helps you avoid the pitfall of getting stuck in vocal patterns. It's hard not to interpret your lines as you read them, but if you're doing that while you're memorizing, you're going to memorize in specific vocal patterns and often repeat those patterns. So you're essentially memorizing series of pitches that represent your initial acting choices, which may be nowhere near the choices you would make once you're in rehearsal and when you've spent more time with your script. So keep that in mind, and let's talk about step 4. Step 4 simply says anytime you mess up or hesitate, you go all the way back to the beginning. So anytime I bobble a syllable or mispronounce it or start the wrong word, I stop and I go right back to the beginning of the piece. Those bobbles indicate that it's not solid yet, and I don't know what's coming next well enough. Hesitation tells you the same thing, and you'll really feel it because if you're speaking 1 syllable per step and you hesitate, the break in that rhythm will be really, really obvious. If you memorize your entire piece like this, I promise you, you will know it backwards and forwards, and you'll be much freer to play or take direction and pivot away from your original choices. This works for both audition purposes and in the rehearsal process. A couple of final things. Yes, I have memorized entire roles like this. I've also memorized audition pieces I needed the next day, and even though that audition piece was then out of my memory 2 weeks later, I knew it really well on the day of the audition. So this really does work for both short-term and long-term memorizing needs. Next, and I hope this goes without saying, but after you memorize like this, you have to do the rest of your actor prep. Know your given circumstances, know your objectives, make specific choices, know this character. Finally, actors are busy people juggling a lot of tasks all at once, and so the part of my brain that really wants to be tackling my to-do list instead of staring at a script and burning it into my memory, well, that part is occupied by the movement, by the walking, and I can stay focused much longer when I memorize this way. And who doesn't love knocking 2 things out at once? You do your actor prep, get a little movement in, you get a little lung capacity and breath control improvement. I just can't resist relating things back to voice work. So there you have it. That's my favorite memorization technique. Give it a try and let me know how it goes.